They lied. They humiliated you. They crossed every line, and now you're left with the weight of rage, confusion, and the aching urge to respond. But what if the strongest response is none at all? Because silence is not submission. Silence is strategy. The Stoics taught us that true power lies not in retaliation, but in restraint. That real control is shown not when you speak, but when you stay silent, deliberately, intentionally, unshaken. Today, I'll show you 7 moments in life when your silence speaks volumes, and karma writes the rest of the story. 1. When someone spreads lies about you. It's infuriating. They've distorted your truth, poisoned your name, and you're left to carry the consequences of their deception. The urge to jump in and defend yourself, to correct every detail, expose every lie, is overwhelming. But here's the Stoic reminder. If it does not harm your character, it cannot harm your life. Epictetus, their words might rattle your ego, but they cannot rewrite your integrity. Defending yourself in every room you're not in, exhausting. Chasing every rumor, impossible. Trying to change someone who lies by nature, futile. The Stoic approach is simple. Live in such a way that your life makes the lies unbelievable. Don't wrestle in the mud with someone who thrives there. You do nothing, and yet time will do everything. Their lies will unravel under the weight of consistency. Your consistency. Let them lie. Let others listen. Let karma work quietly, patiently, and without needing your permission. Your silence is not surrender. It's faith in your truth and trust in justice that doesn't wear your name. 2. When you're disrespected publicly. You're standing there. Someone mocks you. Maybe they insult your intelligence in a meeting, ridicule your ideas in front of others, or throw subtle jabs to get a laugh from the crowd. It's public. It's humiliating. And you feel that heat behind your eyes, that pressure in your chest, that primal urge to snap back. But that reaction, it's exactly what they want. The Stoics knew that public disrespect is not a call to war. It's a test of your inner fortitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. You're not obligated to participate in every insult thrown your way. You can choose to hold your ground without making a sound. You can walk away not in weakness, but in wisdom. Let them look foolish shouting into silence. Let the crowd see who's composed and who's chaotic. Silence in the face of disrespect is not weakness. It's discipline. It's self-respect. It's the understanding that not every dog that barks deserves your attention. And karma? It will isolate the one who disrespects others. Their own mouth will be their undoing. You don't need revenge. You just need to stay silent and let their noise echo back to them. 3. When you're being provoked on purpose. There's a kind of person who feeds on drama, who knows exactly what to say to get under your skin. They poke, they prod, they dangle the bait. And if you take it, if you react, you've already lost. They don't care about the truth. They care about control. And your reaction hands it to them on a silver platter. A Stoic doesn't fight noise with more noise. A Stoic doesn't feed the flame, they watch it burn out. Because here's the reality. Not every battle is worth fighting, especially not the one staged by those who want a performance. The moment you react emotionally, you become the story. But when you stay silent, you hold the mirror up, and all they see is themselves. Let them throw the tantrum. Let them build the drama. Let them scream into a void. And you? Stay still. Stay neutral. Stay above it. The one who cannot be provoked is the one in control. And karma has a habit of bringing mirrors to those who throw stones. Silence here isn't avoidance. It's dominance. It's the refusal to be dragged into someone else's chaos. Let them fall on their own words. You're not playing their game anymore. 4. When you've already spoken your truth. You've done your part. You've been honest, clear, vulnerable. You laid your cards on the table, not to win, but to show integrity. And still, they question you. Still, they misinterpret. Still, they twist your intentions into something they were never meant to be. Now what? You stop talking. There is nothing more powerful than a person who knows when to walk away from a conversation that no longer serves clarity. The Stoics teach us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus, explanations are only valuable to those who seek understanding. But if someone chooses misunderstanding, every word you offer becomes a weapon in their hands. Silence here isn't withdrawal, it's peace. It's the decision to let your actions speak louder than your defense. Let them believe what they want. Let them think they've won. You're not in a competition, they just don't realize it yet. And karma? It doesn't miss. It listens, it watches, and it responds in due time. Let the truth live in your life, not in your arguments. That's stoic. That's strength. That's enough. 5. When you're being watched, we often think our words are what define us. But it's our reactions, especially under pressure, that tell the world who we really are. When someone disrespects you, provokes you, or tries to embarrass you in front of others, you're not just dealing with that person, you're performing in front of an audience. And whether you know it or not, that audience is learning what kind of person you are. If you react with rage, they'll see you as volatile. If you react with ego, they'll remember your pride. But if you respond with stillness, that they will never forget. A Stoic isn't just aware of their own mind. They're aware of their impact. And silence in front of an audience is louder than any speech. It says, I don't need to defend myself. My integrity is enough. Your calm will echo through the room long after the noise dies down. And karma? It has many eyes, and it's watching too. How you respond now determines how the world treats you tomorrow. Be still. Be composed. Be unshakable. 6. When they won't understand anyway. There's a point in every argument where logic ends and ego begins. You've been there. You try to explain something important, something true, but it's like talking to a wall. Or worse, a wall that throws your words back as weapons. That's your cue. Stop explaining. Some people aren't looking for understanding. They're looking for validation of their own limited view. And the more you talk, the more they twist it to fit their narrative. A Stoic knows this. That's why they don't argue for approval. They don't shout for recognition. They don't waste their breath on deaf ears. Because silence isn't defeat. It's intelligence. It's self-respect. And karma? It doesn't need a courtroom. It delivers clarity through experience. Eventually, they'll understand. Not because you convinced them, but because life showed them what your words couldn't. You have nothing to prove. Let them learn the hard way. You're done speaking. 7. When you've outgrown the situation. You know this moment. You used to be angry. You used to stay up at night thinking about what to say, how to make them finally understand. Now, you don't even have the energy to care. Not because you're numb, but because you've grown. You've seen enough to know what's worth your voice and what isn't. That's not silence from defeat. That's silence from evolution. The insult no longer stings. The argument no longer matters. The people who once had power over you now feel small in the rearview mirror. A Stoic isn't silent because they're powerless. They're silent because they have power and no longer need to prove it. You don't need closure. You don't need justice. You don't need to be right. You've outgrown the need to fight small battles. And karma? It never forgets. It never rushes, but it always delivers. You don't rise by fighting. You rise by walking away. And you've already done that. In a world desperate for noise, silence is rebellion. It's discipline. It's depth. The Stoics didn't shout to be heard. They lived so clearly they couldn't be ignored. You don't have to respond. You don't have to correct, clap back, or compete. Let them speak. Let them twist. Let karma write the final paragraph. Your silence is not weakness. It is strategy. It is strength. It is Stoic. Subscribe to Stoic Mindset for more clarity, calm, and ancient power in a modern world. And if any of these 7 moments hit home, let us know in the comments. What did your silence win? Thanks for watching. Stay still. Stay grounded. Stay stoic.